And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Strip that ball.
Now Breeze on third down.
Breeze pass. Incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. That's shedding his way. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 62 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want play.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the NFC back out there. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability and a sack.
The AFC offense making their way back out. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain of 32 that time.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
You make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Yellow, on your line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. They'll roll him out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. James Conner with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times.
Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a loss of 1. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before loss. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the AFC just continues to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.